Welcome back, ladies, gentlemen, and otherwise, to Land of Tales presents The Curse of Strahd, a Wizards of the Coast adventure that I, Danielle Doobie, most certainly did not write. I am joined, as always, by our creepy crew. Creepy crew, say hello.
Hello.
I don't know. There we go.
Are we here? Can everyone hear me?
Yes.
Yay! Sometimes we have technical difficulties. And sometimes I'm just a goofball. We've got Sophia Dune as Bifa Yucky. We have Gabriel Preston as Egbert Allwhite. We have Frank Pecoraro as Dick the Duck Malarkey. We have Alex O'Leary as Maze. And we have Mia Racchio as Agnes Mayfeather. I love the glasses going on. Last time we were here, our adventurers found themselves in Barovia. Not the general place, the town of Barovia. What? There's two? I know. Again, I didn't write it. They ran into Mad Mary, or just Mary, as she calls herself, at her townhouse, mourning the loss, disappearance, runawayness of her daughter Gertrude, whom everyone thought rightfully was very young, and we found out was 19 and had never left her townhouse. So ran off or was taken, unclear. But either way, she's gone. They also headed on over to, or Maze, got into a fight with her whole situation, a zombie, only to find out that it was a special type of zombie, a scarier zombie, if you will. And after that little fight, Ismark ran through a parade of ghosts and invited you all to the Blood on the Vine Tavern to get some more information about what in the heck is going on here. You learned a whole bunch of stuff, like Ismark's dad, the Burgomaster, not the Burgermaster, the Burgo Master. Coliana died. His heart gave out after wolves were stalking out their house for nights and nights and nights on end. Also told you about his sister, Irina Coliana, who has been bitten by Strahd twice now, and refuses to leave until they can get the Burgomaster buried in the cemetery, which is where all the adventurers are. And you found out that the Parade of Ghosts is former adventurers have come to Barovia. You got a room after escaping some Vistani spies located in the tavern main hall, and hung out there playing MASH, and in some people's cases, Agnes, sneaking, and learning from the Vistani spies there that they thought the boss would have been fine with the girl that they had, but he's not. He wants the other one. You woke up alone, except with a basket of scones and a note that says, "The house at the end of the road." Much contested, as there are two roads, but only one ends. And that's where we start up again, y'all. We are inside your room at the Blood on the Vine Tavern. You know that you want to be going to the house at the end of the road. Take it away.
Well, I assume that everyone slumbered well, yes?
I slept great.
Forgive me, I'm sorry. I've been up all night, so I am forgetting when I need to do the act and when I don't need to do the act. Anyway, you all understand. Listen, I do have some information for us, as it were.
Is it whether you end up in mansion or hut?
Oh, Beef, don't you worry. I did not forget. We can still do all the hair braiding. There will be time.
Come braid my hair while you tell us information. There you go.
All right. And Agatha grabs a scone and is stuffing her mouth with it. Well, Did anyone find any coffee? No, there's still no coffee.
They don't make that here.
Where in hell there is no coffee.
Yeah,
That's right.
Didn't seem to have heard of coffee.
Honestly, my only complaint so far.
I don't understand. I would think that hell would actually have more coffee. You know what I mean? Maybe also red wine, although I guess we did have that last night. Alright, Viva, what kind of braid would you like, dear?
I don't know, fishtail, I guess.
Yes, that's fine. You want to?
Sure. Really, whatever you like. Thank you so much. I'll do yours next. Anyway, what's your news?
Oh no, the feathers cannot be bothered. And she starts the fishtail braid very intricately parting Bifa's hair right down the middle and wiping her hands a bit as she's moving through the layers.
Props are fine. I don't mind.
Oh, your hair will hold quite nicely like this. Anyway, yes, I did find out last night that there are some goings-on afoot. So I think that the arena has been the object of Strahd's desire for quite some time, and Strahd is very intent on her and only her, to the degree that, now I can't be too sure about this, but from what I gathered, I believe that they tried to distract him by, I don't know if they kidnapped her or if, I'm not sure of the particulars, but somehow I think that they tried to distract him with Gertrude, Mary's daughter, and he is still not quite put at ease. So this is what we're up against.
They kidnapped Gertie for instead of Arena?
Well, again, all I heard was one of the people who were chasing us last night said something to the effect of, I thought he would be fine with that girl. Now, you put two and two together, there's a girl missing, they tried to distract him with someone, seemingly the pieces seem to fit.
It makes sense that he would not be satisfied. It's clearly not me that he has, so of course he wants better. That's really good to know, though. Maybe we should tell Mean Mary or whatever she's named that we maybe know where her Gertie is.
I don't think she would like us to return.
That's fair.
Yep. I also think that we should maybe focus on burying the dead guy before we do anything else. Yeah?
For what?
We gotta go bury that dead guy.
Yeah.
Well, there's somewhat of a mystery here, isn't there? How did they get to Gertrude? And if they could get to Gertrude, why wouldn't they just get to Irina in the same way? I mean, Mad Mary thinks Gertrude left the house, but she's not quite sure.
Well, and this is what I'm perplexed about as well, Dick. So, you know, I agree. I think it's, again, fuzzy. It could go a couple different ways. I don't know if they kidnapped her. I don't know if they lured her some other way. Perhaps she was fairly lureable, as one might be if you're trapped in the same place for 19 years. Who knows? All I know is that what they said exactly was, I thought he would be fine with that girl. I thought he'd got over this. That's not who he wants.
Vampires here, like, so when you have to invite them to your homes, does that count for also your garden and your inside of the fence? Like, if she was outside of, but still in her gardens, could vampire her, you know?
Again, I just found out what a vampire was less than 72 hours ago, so you're asking the wrong guy.
Yeah.
I read about this once. It is the boundary of the house. It's the boundary of the house, the foundation, if you will.
I will.
Ah, Egbert, I want to read your papers.
I still want to talk
Fascinating
about worms
mindset.
to you.
They're under embargo.
So you were saying, Egbert, that if you're in the yard, like, oh, I'm going to do my planting in my garden, maybe vampires come up and get you.
It's not clear to me that the Vistari are vampires. All of them.
Well, that's true. I guess they could have done the kidnapping without vampires at all. I was imagining Strahd, but why would he come to here if he has spies? You're right.
Well, Irina hasn't left the house, so I'm assuming Strahd isn't invited if I'm picking up what Egbert's putting down. And maybe the three who own this inn, who are all kinds of creepy crawly, haven't gone in there because Irina's terrifying, from what I understand. Or they're vampires. They might be vampires. Have we considered that they could be vampires?
You make so many good points, Dick. They could be vampires. We don't know.
Dick
I
blushing.
will say, again, as someone who knows nothing about vampires, they stayed out there at the bar quite late last night. I was there all the way up until they left. They were, I have to say, their spy skills are remarkably high. And this is coming from someone who considers himself quite an accomplished spy, if I do say so. So, you know, they sensed my presence for quite a while. I really had to kick it into high gear. But surprisingly, I feel quite refreshed.
With no sleep?
Oh, yes, dear. I'm in with no coffee. It's amazing. I don't know. And actually, I will say so, above table, Agnes/Agatha now has aspect of the moon, so she no longer needs to rest. To get the benefits of a long rest, she has to just, like, do light activity, like spying and note-taking and keeping watch.
Is that the invocation you took?
Yeah.
That rules. Everybody leveled up. We're all at level 5 now, except for me, who has infinite levels. Ha 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 ha.
Horrifying.
Unjust.
Okay. And a gentle reminder to everybody that Bifa does have 1 level of exhaustion right now.
Oh, I was gonna ask about that if the level up fixed that or not.
No.
Can I Song of Rest it away?
Can you Song of Rest a level of exhaustion away? That's a great question.
I'm pulling it up currently.
You know, I should, in theory, know all the rules to this game, but I don't think that that's possible.
It says, well, basically 1d6. It's 1d6 of...
It's a short rest. I do believe that in order to get rid of a level of exhaustion, you either have to sleep the full 8 hours or someone can do a lesser restoration on you.
Aha!
Which I don't believe anybody has. We got no clerics up in here.
And then mechanically, will you remind me, or I guess it will become... I don't remember how to... Mechanically, will you remind me when it becomes relevant what that means?
Yes.
Thank you.
But for now, you got a level of exhaustion.
It's worth it for MASH.
Which I do believe is disadvantage on ability checks.
Cool.
Great. You all are up. You got some scones to get you going. Are you all hanging in the room? You starting to head out? What's going on?
Oh, one last thing. So I did take note that they have a bit of a plan in place to try to get Arena. Now let's see if I can remember this. They have people in place. There's 3 of them, and 2 of them went to the bar.
Ah, so they're pitching a steakhouse.
I believe, yes.
Mm.
They were quite cryptic, and again, it took perseverance and high listening skills, but I believe I pieced it together.
Agnes, what you remember is that they have 1 or 2 people outside of the house keeping track of if Irina leaves.
Okay, yes, they have people planted there.
Mm-hmm.
I have a question.
Sure.
What's a steakhouse?
when you it's when you kind of sit around a place where you think a suspect might be moving, so you can take notes and act if you need to.
That's exactly right, Dick, yes. It takes vigilance, it takes discipline, and most of all, it takes a lot of coffee. And again, we don't have any of that, so
Super boring, actually, most of the time.
yeah.
Can we have a steakhouse? That sounds so fun.
I'm not sure what we would be staking housed. You know what I mean? Are we steakhousing the steakhouse, or what would we be steakhousing?
I don't know.
From my deductions, perhaps a steakhouse could be a house where inside there's only steak.
Well, that's just silly. We were talking about watching people, right? Or am I lost? Did I lose it again?
Please steakhouse the spies who are watching the house.
Oh, we spy
Steakhouse
on
the
the
steakhouse.
spies, like Agnes did.
Yeah, yes. Yes, if you want to know all about steak outing, I can do a workshop.
What's stakeouting?
What did I say? What? What did you say?
I said steakhousing.
You bring the steaks, I'll bring the house, and we'll have to find some sort of bean and make a liquid that we can only pretend is coffee.
I like your gusto. You got some real moxie.
Why, thank you.
And like a therapist, I have so many questions. And like their lobotomy patient, I have about half a mind to find out. We should go. And Dick will move to the door.
It might be good to get a message to Irina about the danger. I don't know how we could manage that, but Egbert is mumbling this as he follows Dick towards the door.
Didn't Ismark go ahead of us?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Ismark went ahead of you to make sure that Irina doesn't straight up ice you as soon as you walk in.
Yeah, that's fair.
Egbert
Well, we're going to the house, so we'll see what the situation is when we arrive.
But Egbert has an excellent point. If they're being steakhoused, and we tell them that they're being steakhoused while they're being steakhoused, they would know then that we know that they are steakhousing, and then we would lose the advantage that we have.
Well,
What?
Ooh, I have an idea. I'm really bad at being sneaky, but I think it's a great idea. Here's my idea. They're steakhousing the house, and so we should sneak up on them and kill them while they're paying attention to the house so that they're gone.
It's actually not a bad idea.
I appreciate and applaud the what would be the right word, the excitement, Mace, yes, and the dedication and the vision. I don't know that killing right away is necessary. Maybe we want to start with stealth and maybe be as sneaky as possible. I myself, of course, will be disguised as I always am. Might I recommend group disguises?
I don't know how to do that. I do know how to conk someone on the head really hard so that they fall asleep.
I still also liking that idea, Mace. To be honest, I'm still why can't we just pretend we're regular peoples walking down the streets, go into Irina's house? We don't see any steakhouse. Irina would see a steakhouse. Why would steakhouse people know that we have? Because I assuming they're not sitting there like thinking other neighbors. Either they're hiding from everyone's, or everyone's can see them. So in which case it doesn't matter if we see them, right?
Well, it might pique their curiosity, because I think
Yes.
the play is that Ismark wants to do is bury his dad, the burger chef, and then he and Irina are going to skip town and go to where are they going? Valeski?
Sure. They're going to the toy
place
store
with the dolls.
So
why can't we just go? Why can't we just go as like, hello, knock knock, we're here to bury the hamburger helper, let's take him away.
Because they might know then that that's the cue that they're going to flee the coop, so to speak. Sorry, Agnes. I think that we could kill two birds with one stone. Sorry, Agnes. perhaps if we used the surprise that Maze pointed out, we could throw them off the trail, maybe divide them. We show up, we go, oh, we make a big show and a dealio, and we're like, hey, we're going to take this random crate out of the house with Ismark, and maybe they follow us to see what's going on, and then we get them before they get back to Irina, and then Irina and Ismark can get off on their way. Something like that. I don't know.
I like all of these plans. I'm getting a little antsy because I'm worried that Irina is in peril or that Ismark is in peril or we don't know what these suspicious fellows are up to.
Didn't they say they're fine if they stay in the house?
Is that true with the minions as well?
With the steakhouse? Yeah, I don't know about with the steakhouse. Although you would think if someone else, if they were gonna just kidnap her, you think they would have done it by now. But I don't know. What, Mace?
I was gonna say we should go.
We should start walking.
Yes.
But maybe we walk in two groups. Maybe we have a liaison or two, and then the rest of us sort of trail behind, all sneaky like, to see if we can steakhouse the steakhouse.
Yes, this is good.
Do you want me to conk or walk? Because I can conk, but I'm bad at being sneaky. But I can walk real good.
Can you do conk and walk, like, same time?
I could, but if they see me walking, then I won't be able to conk them.
That's true.
You know?
We do need to move a coffin, and I'm not as strong as I once was.
I'm strong.
Oh, yes. I have every confidence that we could move a coffin.
Maybe we can wrap it up in, like, Christmas wrappings so it looks like we're giving somebody a gift instead of moving a coffin.
Why? I don't think we're having to do that. I think that's putting hats on hats.
Subterfuge. It's cool.
For what? Agreed most of the time. There's nothing cooler than a coffin, first of all. So you're just messing up the cool if we do that. Second of all, I don't see why we need to hide that. Presumably, they know Wolves have scared Daddy to death. No one has seen Hamburger Helper in days. We all know he's dead. So they would not be surprised if the coffins goes outside of house, and they probably would also not be surprised if Arenas does not go out of house, because they'll be like, oh, she won't come out, because Strahd, you know. So I don't see need for that.
Doobie, is there a window in the room?
Is there a wall?
Agatha gets in her full Agnes disguise, opens the window, and then Misty steps to the outside while saying, "Pip, pip."
Cool.
I will come. I'm just saying, if I ruin plan because I don't see necessity of it, I'm sorry. I'm doing my best.
I would like to jump out the window after Agatha.
Okay, please make an acrobatics check.
Oh no.
We're on the second floor?
Yes.
14.
Cool. You managed to avoid the falling damage. You tuck and roll. And we're all level 5 now, so that means people have more health than we have in the past. You jump out. Okay, so Agnes, Misty steps out the window. Maze jumps out the window. Does anyone want to, like, use the door?
Does anybody want to use it?
Egbert would like to proceed sensibly down the stairs. Thank you.
Egbert leaves out the front door. Bifa and Dick, where are you going?
With Egbert.
Yeah, Dick is just gonna, like, look at and be like, the door?
Yeah, the fuck?
No.
Well, I am a bird.
You're outside. You can't hear us talking. I will take the rest of scones.
Also, really specifically, you're a non-flying bird.
A bird nonetheless.
A bird nonetheless, and you have Misty Step. You used a spell slot, so you didn't injure yourself. So, Maze and Agnes, you're out there probably a few minutes before everybody else. Not a whole lot of time. But are you waiting for them, or are you just taking off down the road?
I start to go. Because as far as I know, we decided to do 2 groups. So I'm walking.
Sweet.
I'm keeping a good pace, using the majority of my leg span to keep Maze in my foreground, but keep awareness of the people behind me.
Great.
I do have a question, and that is, where does Ismark live?
The house at the
The
end of the road.
road. Which
Right.
end, Doogie? Which road?
There are 2
There's
roads.
a road that goes like this, and that's the
Hmm.
one you're on, and it ends that way. And then there's a road that goes like this, and that goes from one end to the other end of town, but it goes past. It doesn't end. So you would assume it's the road that ends.
Right. So I can walk in a straight line. That's fine. Yeah, I'm just going to keep doing that.
Great.
Keep going, dear. You're doing great.
So,
Thanks.
Agnes, are you kind of splitting the difference between...
Yeah.
All right, so Maze is in the front, followed by Agnes, and then Egbert, Bifa, and Dick. Are you all trying to catch up with this group? It's not super hard, but
I'll speak for my Dick is trying to stay well behind and is looking for like an opportune moment to slick into an alley or something like that so that he can try to spot the steakhouse.
great.
And-
Go ahead, Dick.
Oh, as we're walking, Dick is gonna turn to Egbert and Bifa and be like, I've been I think I had a realization as to why I was so not great at my job before. People always heard me coming, and I never figured out why. But I've been thinking about what Agnes was saying about how my inside thoughts are actually my outside thoughts. And so I'm just going to sit here and try really hard to have inside thoughts. And I want you all to tell me if they end up coming outside. Is that okay? As we're
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, all of that you just said was outside, just so you know.
Okay. Inside thoughts.
That was
Inside
outside.
thoughts.
That was outside.
Inside
That
thoughts.
was
And
outside.
Dick's eyes will roll over and the tentacles will swim across them. And he's conjuring psychic whispers. And he's choosing Agnes, Maze, and Egbert. And we are mind linked for 7 hours.
Okay. Wait, is that everybody? Or everyone except Maze?
It's
Everyone except
everybody
me.
except Maze. Everybody except for Bifa.
Okay.
3 creatures.
Except
And for a number of hours equal to the number rolled on my psionic die, which is a D8 now. We can now speak telepathically as long as we're within 1 mile. We don't need to speak a common language to understand each other. And I can cast it again later if I need to. So as soon as that happens, Dick is like sitting there and he's like all peaceful. It's like, I think I did it. My voice is as obscured as a foggy day and a cup of coffee. Whenever I do this voice, it's in your heads.
I've been waiting for this. Do you understand that Maze's internal monologue constantly is, I don't know what's going on and I don't want to be here?
Yeah, how does mind link work? Is it just the words that people want you to hear, or can you just...
Yeah, we can telepathically speak whenever we want to.
Cool. So, Maze, you don't have to project that if you don't want to.
Oh, I think I do, just naturally. I think most of my thoughts are really loud.
Great.
Dick is going to immediately fall on his ass in the middle of the road and be like, Maze, 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 Maze.
Dick, what's happening?
I don't know. I'm freaking out.
Why are you talking inside my head?
I don't know. He's gonna turn to Egbert. Egbert, can you hear me?
Egbert, as soon as Dick's tentacles flipped out of his eyes, started like hackles raising and has been like holding his hand back and down, and is like, "I can hear you, Dick. I wish you wouldn't do that."
Agnes stops in the middle of the road as soon as she hears Dick's voice in her head, digs her umbrella into the... Is it a gravel road, Dewey? I was picturing it that way. Digs her umbrella into the gravel and swivels, just like using the umbrella as a pivot point, and looks at Dick over her glasses and calls, because he's a little ways away, right? Mm-hmm. Really? Dick?
Don't draw attention to it. I think Egbert will kill me.
Cool. I was gonna ask if everyone was if anyone was trying to be stealthy. You're not.
Can I try now?
Bifa is so confused right now. Like, from my perspective, Dick just said a lot of things out loud about how he was saying them inside, went tentacly, fell on his ass, and then somehow Agnes turned around scornfully.
Yeah, Bifa's not privy to any of this.
I'm getting ready to run. And I see Egbert, like, hackles raised, and like, what is going on? Oh no.
Agnes quickly realizes that this could be helpful and is like, says in her mind back to Dick. And does that then translate to the others who have it? Oh, just to Dick. Okay.
It's you all can speak telepathically with me.
Okay, but not each other.
But not each other, no.
Okay. So I just say back to Dick in my mind, I was thrown off guard perhaps, but really this is quite clever. This is good. We're in 2 groups. You stay back with them, I'll be with Maze, and then we can tactfully approach this. Yes, I like this. Good job, Dick.
I totally meant to do this. Thank you.
Oh, yes. Well, I thought so. You're very clever. I might have underestimated you in the beginning.
Dick blushed.
Egbert, why are your hackles out? Is that rude to say? I don't mean it rude.
Did you see that?
Yeah, I did the scary octopus eyes. It was horrible. Very cool.
The curse. I think I can control it.
Yes, I think he needs lemon drop. What, Dick?
Would it be better if I stepped away for a little bit and give you some space?
Oh, little bit of space. Little bit of space.
Are you still scared
No,
of him, Dick?
it's just for a flash, like
Okay, that's good at least.
the swimming across his eyes. Can Dick? I mean, I'll take disadvantage. Can I try to stealth?
It's gonna need to be disadvantage because this was a whole thing. But yes, anyone else can attempt to make stealth. It is going to be disadvantage.
Bifa still does not see the point of stealth and is non-crime.
Incredible. What's that face about?
So I rolled a 4 and a 2, so it's a 10. But if I max out my psionic die, it could be an 18.
It could be. Do you want to try that?
Yeah, but if it fails, you have to tell me so I don't waste, because then I get the die back if I fail.
I will definitely tell you if you fail.
So it's a 14. Shit.
Well, okay, hold on. Let me oppose it. I oppose it. No.
They have disadvantage too, though, right?
Why would they have disadvantage on perceiving you when you've been loud in a road?
Because
it's early and they don't have coffee here?
and they're on a steakhouse watching Irina's house, not us in the road.
They've also been up all night long.
You don't know which ones are over there. You know, I gotta tell you, I'm disadvantaged. I'm so sorry. They do not. If there is another distraction that you can use to slip away, I can give you another roll. But as it is right now, people know that you're walking down the road.
What if I
Okay.
start skipping and humming really loudly?
Sure.
I guess Dick will send to Maze and to oh my God. Sorry, my brain just completely flattened.
You're doing great.
No.
Yes, I said
Agnes. Egbert.
Agnes, because it kept going Agbert and then Agnas. And it's so I'm sorry. So to Agnes and to Maze, Dick will be like, you need to save me. I'm about to make a fool of I've already made a fool of myself, so you need to draw attention. Quick, quick. As do the equivalent of pocket sand, but for a steakhouse.
Are there like larger rocks or anything lying on the street or around that I can grab real quick?
Yeah, definitely.
Great. I'm gonna pick up the biggest rock I can find, throw it really hard at the closest vacant house, and yell, "Distraction!"
I Eldritch blast the rock as it's flying through the air.
So before the rock can hit the vacant house, it explodes in a shatter of magic and dust. Yeah, that's a distraction. Go ahead and make a non-disadvantage, just a regular stealth check.
You are so kind.
I try.
Teamwork. Dreamwork.
In my head, I say, Dick, like that?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay, yes.
That is I'm pre-expending the psych.
You're doing
I
great.
don't have Lystexia. The psychonic die. It's a 23.
Great. You melt into shadow. You did kind of disappear a little bit, and that was very funny.
So good.
Great. The rest of you are not sneaking. Seems like you're just kind of walking there in two groups. Maze and Agnes, no shot. No shot at being stealthy. Everybody knows where you are.
I say out loud to Maze, "Oh, I'm sorry, dear. Did I ruin you shattering that window?"
Oh, it's fine. The whole point was to hide Dick.
No, great. I just, if it was disappointing, I could bring down that window for you, but
It was wonderful.
excellent. No, I thought so too. What teamwork?
Teamwork!
Marvelous, darling. Cheerio.
Nightmare. Okay.
Just me and Agnes, the largest two, I think, of us, walking down the street in full view, talking very loudly, highly visible.
Incredibly visible. Great. You start making your way down the road. You see pretty clearly that there is like one large house all the way at the end of the street, where you can see smoke coming from the chimney, and the closer you get, the more you can see that like the greenery outside has been like tamped down. You can notice like you can make a check if you want, but like some type of creature has been out there.
Well, we've heard about the wolves, right?
Yeah.
Doobie, can I investigate?
Still
Sure.
a 5.
Investigation is you're going to go on the property and like go all the way up.
Yeah, and I'm gonna smell it.
Great. Make an investigation check.
I rolled a 5.
14. Oh no, 15.
15 wolves and humanoid footprints.
This is the wolves. And Agnes has a little bit of the dirt from the fingertip, and she just samples a very wee bit.
It's poop.
Yes.
Oh,
Excrement.
goody.
Feces. Confirmed?
Why?
She takes out a small piece of paper.
You had so
Scrape
many
some into it.
choices.
To save it. That way we can document where the wolves go later as a means of tracking them. Yes.
Agnes,
Yes, dear?
please don't eat poop.
What, dear? Sorry.
Please don't ever do that again.
Do what, dear?
You ate poop.
Oh, the feces? The sample? It's for science and also for spying. It's data, dear. Part of the job.
You couldn't have sniffed it?
Oh, I did.
And you didn't. I don't know a lot of stuff, but I know for sure that wolf poop doesn't smell like dirt.
Yeah, one has to be sure.
Oh my god.
Okay, I'm gonna go knock on the front door.
Awesome. You go knock on the front door. Agnes, where are you when Maze goes to knock on the front door?
I'm still kind of looking about. I put my sample in my notebook. I make a little note. Can I tell Doobie, like, how many wolves from this investigation that I've conducted were on the property?
A lot. Probably like 20 to 30.
So they run in large
So many.
packs. Yes, this is fascinating. Very interesting wolf behavior. I've never known them to be in packs this large. Can I tell anything about why they might run quite so deep?
Sure. Make an insight check.
Excellent. Yes, did their poop give me extra information about their...
It's going to be a pretty high DC difficulty class for those at home.
Okay, that's going to be... Did you say insight or investigation?
Insight.
Investigation?
Insight.
Doobie, you should roll a disadvantage for the rest of the night for your decisions.
No. I won't. I feel pretty good about my decisions. Thank
Goodness golly. 18!
you. Probably something to do with Strahd.
It's always to do with this man. Of course it's to do with... Writes down... Devil man again.
Devil man times 2. Great. Okay. So Agnes is in the garden. Maze is at the front door. Egbert and Bifa, unless you have jogged to catch up, you are like still walking towards the house.
I'm following Egbert's lead, whatever you're doing, Egbert, because I want to like chill with you and make sure your rage situation is fine.
Egbert is uncomfortable in a leadership position and is subtly trying to walk behind Bifa as Bifa is trying to walk along with Egbert.
Okay, you two
Bifa's
also can't be
trying-
sneaky.
Bifa's trying so hard to be like friendly and do the correct walking thing and like make sure to stay next to you. She's like, don't get in front of him. That's rude. Whatever. And she's trying so hard. It's going to be a rough time for us.
It's like when you don't know whether you're supposed to give somebody your arm or take their arm, and you just kind of like fiddle back and forth before you figure it out. But it goes on for the whole stream.
Kind of literally one step forward, 2 steps back.
Yes, yes.
You're getting some like weird looks from the Barovians. They're like, as you go, but you're going. Dick, before I every time you do that, you disappear into the background, and it's so funny. Before I resolve what's happening with Maze at the door, You are in a slightly different position because you have been sneaking. So if you're moving quickly, you could have caught up with them.
I was trying to disappear. It doesn't work when I want it to.
That seems pretty accurate for Dick. It only really happens when you're not.
It sure does.
Oh no.
Poor Dick.
Dick wants to try to find the steakhouse, but I don't think he knows how to do that. So his idea is like, well, the sneakiest place to be is like within these abandoned houses. So if I am sneaking from house to house, maybe I'll catch an angle where I'll be able to see somebody seeing the group and I will see them seeing, and so I will know that they're steakhousing.
Cool. All right. While you're sneaking around, you can go ahead and give me a perception.
13, but I can push it.
You would have to push it maybe further than you have the ability to right now.
Damn.
Yeah, they rolled pretty high.
I'll bide my time.
Cool. You're sneaking through. You don't think that it's... go ahead and make an insight check on top of that. I will be nice today. But only a little bit.
So a natural 1 plus 8 is 9.
You're like, maybe they're not in the houses. Maybe they're somewhere else being sneaky sneaks.
Maybe they can't hear me in my head, and they're just tired of me talking, and so they're trying to get me to stop talking. Yes, maybe.
Alrighty. While all that's happening, Dick, I'll say you're probably like within... If you took like a full dash action, you could like get to the front door if you needed to. Agnes, you're in a similar position. Bifa and Egbert, you're a little further out. For those of us at home who don't know what this game is, everyone gets a few actions on their turn. The dash action means that you take your movement 2 times, so Dick could go into full out sprint and get to the front door. For now, though, Maze is the only one at the front door. Maze, you knock on the door, it opens, and before you are able to do anything, you have the tip of a great sword at your throat, held by a hand that you can see, and the rest of a body in shadow.
They usually take me out first.
Who are you, and what do you want?
I'm Maze. I want to bury your dad, I think. I'm assuming you're Ismark's sister, yeah?
You see the figure moves out of the shadow, and you see the hottest woman you've ever seen in your whole life. Just like tall, lean, jacked, holding a great sword in one hand, which for those of us at home, you're not supposed to be able to do. She's like, her arm is so muscular as she continues to hold it up under your chin, steps a bit into the light, and you see that she has 2 puncture wounds on either side of her neck. And she looks at you and goes, "How do you know it's Mark?"
Talked to him last night. You can ease up with the sword, by the way. I have one too. Yours is sick. Love it. But also, please don't stab me.
How do I know you're telling the truth?
Well, that's a good question, because I'm coming to gather that perhaps Ismark did not make it home. He was supposed to tell you that we were coming so that you wouldn't try to kill us. Did he not do that?
I haven't seen him since yesterday.
Yikes. Okay.
Can Agnes see and hear this?
Agatha!
And can I see all this happening, Doobie?
Yeah, absolutely.
As soon as the sword, knife, sharp object came under Maze's being, Agatha whisked her way up towards the doorway, tucking her poop into her pocket in her notebook, and
I didn't do that.
What?
Said I didn't do that. That's an Agnes thing.
The poop?
Yes.
Yes. Data. Very important. And I whisk up to the doorway and take my umbrella out, so it's not necessarily threatening her, but it's not threatening her. The pointy side is up, and I cast Fey Presence on myself, and I say, "Excuse me, dear. Please remove that from my friend's person, if you may."
Agatha, real quick, I don't know if scaring the terrifying woman who is clearly sword trained is a good idea when she has a sword pointed at my neck.
I don't know who Agatha is, but hello, so nice to meet you. My
Agnes.
name is Agnes Mayfeather, and I hold out my hand to this person.
She does not shake your hand. She does lower the sword as you say that you've met her brother.
I maintain fierce eye contact.
She has not left eye contact with you. She is no insight check required. This person has seen a lot and is afraid of nothing. Maybe with the exception of worrying about her brother. She keeps eye contact with you and says, "Are there any others?"
Yes, there are 3 more.
They should get in the house now.
Excellent. And I mind link to Dick, and I say, "We are missing Ismark. His sister is quite affronted at the lack of his presence and the replacement of ours, and needs us all in the house now."
Yeah, it's go time, gang. Let's go.
Egbert, don't kill me. Please get in the house with Bifa.
I've calmed down. Use my action to get into the house.
Great. She steps aside, lets in Agnes, Maze, Egbert, and Bifa. Dick, what are you up to? Or sorry, Bifa.
Real quick, I'm so sorry. Egbert, did you say any of that to me? Because otherwise, I don't know shit. I have no sense of urgency.
Ooh.
And I was trying to be polite and let you get at least beside me, if not ahead of me, so I don't think I would.
I yelled back. That is go time.
That's true. That is true.
I'm not sure that I got any information either, is the thing.
Dick messaged you.
Oh, Dick messaged me. Okay. In that case, before I run into the house, I sort of grab Bifa.
Oh, okay. Here we go.
Which is how you know it's serious.
Yeah, I've never held hands with a boy. Just kidding, I have. But never with the cat. I always want to hold their little beans. You don't have beans. Do you have beans? Do you have beans, Egbert? No beans?
I don't like to talk about it.
Oh, sorry. Okay, never mind. Your hands are soft. You have good lotion.
Egbert, are you just lifting Bifa?
I'm sort of like at the elbow, striding.
Great. Bifa, you're here for it? Great.
Like you have both of her elbows.
Just the one.
Oh, just one.
Great. All 4 of you make it into the house. She looks like she's about to slam the door. She's like, "Where's the other one?"
You know, he is hard to keep track of, that one. But I believe he was doing his best to stealth as we had insider information. I have special skills, if you will, that there were people spying on your property. And as I'm saying this, moving around her house, checking the parameters, checking out the windows, taking a little stock of the situation.
Awesome. I'm gonna freeze on y'all for right now and pop over to see what Dick's up to.
I want to wait and watch. I'm not going to do anything.
Cool.
And Dick, where are you again?
I'm like in a house across the street, right?
Okay. In my brain, you had gotten into the house. I was confused that you weren't here.
Dick, you're welcome to make an investigation check on the house you're currently in, or a general perception check for the houses around you.
One or the other.
Mm-hmm.
I want to investigate the house that I'm in because I'm scared now. That's a dirty 20.
Great. You look around this house. Nothing in here. But with the dirty 20, I think you notice some like scratches on the floor that look vaguely human. Like there was maybe some sort of tussle in here, and that they might have moved pretty quickly. Why are you laughing at me in my tussle?
Because I instantly was like, I was thinking about, the modern Sherlock Holmes where he has like the reenactments in his head as he's looking at the clues. But for some reason in Dick's mind, all of the reenactments include people in like mascot costumes. So just to let you guys know where my brain is today.
But like 50 mascot costumes, which are
Terrifying.
horrifying.
Yes, absolutely
I
terrifying.
don't even know what that would be.
If you have never
Bad
seen
time.
like 50s mascot, you should look it up. It's scarier than anything I could put in this
It's
campaign.
terrifying.
Oh, I'm terrified.
Pretty is alarming to look at. You don't know anything.
Are the scratches like recent? Like, is there like sawdust or like is it or is it like smooth? Do you know what I mean? Like with recent scratches, there would be like
Is it like
Debris.
split?
Yeah, you
Yeah.
think it's pretty recent. Like something happened in here pretty recently, and then like they got out of there pretty quick.
shit. Oh dear, that's kind of scary to me. Okay. Do I have time to do another check, or is this like a call to action sort of situation?
If you do another check, Irina's gonna close the door, which just means that you will have to deal with that later on, but it kind of seems like that's what you're committing to anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, you can go ahead and make a perception general.
It's a 15, and I can push if necessario.
You, depending on what you get, it would give you more information.
Let's chance it.
Chance it. Chance it.
Steve's metal die gives me a 61 or 60.
Sir, please. I don't believe you.
It's a 21. I rolled a 6.
A 21.
Don't look at me.
You're disappearing again. Don't look at me.
The
Okay.
invisible hat really gets me.
Question for you, because you're only going to get one of these things. Are
Okay.
you looking more in the other houses based on the things that you've just learned about the one that you're in? Or are you looking more at Irina's house?
I'm gonna even odds it. Irina's house.
Irina's house, you look, it is like so secure. You can see like metal bars on the inside, like behind curtains. You can see there are a lot of precautions that were taken to keep that house very safe. You also notice a figure hunched behind one of the bushes on the opposite side of the house.
How far away?
From you?
Mm-hmm.
Probably like 100-ish feet.
Copy. Agnes, don't let on
Yes.
any. Don't let on. There's somebody right outside the house. Be very careful what you say and what you do. I will keep you updated.
Thank you for this information. Yes, it's been clocked. Because I'm checking the curtains and windows and perimeter.
Go ahead, make an investigation check.
Thank you so much.
Okay.
This feels like with one of the like kids who brings the soccer players like sweaters out, for like the national anthems, like actually gets to play in the game. Like that's what this feels like. Dick working with Agnes is like Agnes is a real spy.
Yeah, Agnes can actually pick up on that energy a little bit, and therefore is also like getting a little bit too carried away with herself. It's like, oh, look at me, I'm setting the example. Her ego is taking over. That's going to be a 14. Therefore,
let me. You don't. Go ahead and make this with advantage because Dick told you what was going on.
okay. Wait. Like roll it twice now? Or
No, just roll one more time.
understood. That's less than the first time.
Okay. You don't see anything, but you are hyper aware that there's something there. You can try communicating this information to somebody else if you want to.
Okay. Yeah, she does. She does. She turns. Where are the others in relationship to where I am? Like, are we all in the same room of the house? I know I've been wandering about.
So the house is fairly open there on the first floor. There's a large staircase that travels up to the second floor. You can see, like, off to the right, there's the kitchen and a big dining room. And then on the other side is a living room that everything has been cleared away to make room for this enormous coffin that has been built. You can see, like, Irina's hands have sawdust on them. You get the feeling that, like, she crafted this coffin.
I turn to them and I go, "The rooster flies alone. Caw-caw!" I repeat, "The rooster flies alone. Caw-caw!"
Best of luck to everybody here trying to understand what that means.
Guys, I think Agnes might be having a breakdown.
Irina goes, "Shh." And you watch her walk over to a window. And definitely hits for you, Dick, if you're watching and everybody else hears and you see her toss some sort of projectile out the window. Dick, you watch it sink into this person's neck and they fall down dead.
The rooster has collapsed. I repeat, the rooster has collapsed. And I say that to Dick as well.
For those of you watching this, Irina rolled a natural 20 to understand what Agnes was trying to say.
God!
And then rolled another natural 20 to hit.
What?
That's
I
insane.
Agnes, and I think some of Agnes's flusterment and getting carried away, arrogance, if you will, is also coming from trying to impress Arena. Absolutely, Agnes is very taken. Agnes scooches her glasses down as far as they go. Say, well, dear, you must be trained. I must know more. That was incredibly impressive. My.
Right. So, you've been sent here by my brother. Where's the other one? Where's the fifth one? Still.
We don't really know. He went sneaky mode and he talks in our heads sometimes.
He's keeping vigilant watch from every angle. We've got you covered.
Well, I don't love that.
Bifa's gonna immediately mind link with her. I don't love it either. He doesn't talk in my head, and frankly, I feel really left out. I thought they were my friends. I guess not.
Don't speak inside of my head, especially in my house.
Okay, sorry, never mind.
Um,
Bifa does accidentally say that in her head, in Arina's head, though.
she looks not thrilled, but more concerned with her brother at this point in time. She looks at all of you and says, so, I need to find my brother. I need to get my father buried.
Yes, he briefed us completely on the mission and the task at hand, and we are up for it. That is why our compatriot is across the street, and also keeping his eye out for your brother, dear.
Louis, I have a question.
Yes.
How warm were those scones? This is a serious
I
question.
know. They were pretty warm.
Okay, and we assumed they were left by brother.
Yeah.
There was a note, right?
There was a note. Okay. I still have that basket of scones because I did grab it on my way out. It was recorded and everything. I have a witness. I'll hand her the letter from the scone basket and also maybe a scone if there's some left and eat another one myself. So he left this morning. He spent the night just as friends. We did play a lot of MASH though. He's good at it. But we spent the night in the taverns. And this morning he leaves the scones. So at least as recent as this scone was warm this morning, he was at least around then. I find it very scary that your brother's not here and that you have not seen him since yesterday because it's not a far walk from our bed to here. And he left the scone in the bed and then we are here and he is not. That's bad.
All at the same time, you see a arrow fly through the window, notch into the wall across, with a letter attached. Dick, I think that you see this as well. You can feel free to make a perception check to understand where that came from.
Come on.
Or insight, I guess. Real.
That's a 25 insight.
Ooh.
Ah.
You think it came from a house behind this one, so you don't have a good vantage point on it because from where you are, this house, and so you think it's like behind it. So you would have to move to be able to see into those houses, but
Has anybody moved on the body yet?
no.
Dick will say to Maze, keep an eye on that body for me, please. Sorry, I don't want you to be next to a window, but you're the biggest one. You're the strongest one. You can take an arrow. Thank you. Bye. And he's going to try to creep towards where he thinks this arrow may have come from. Cautiously, very cautiously.
Cool. Go ahead and make a stealth check.
Let us know if you need backup.
I need to look at what my plus is for stealth. That is a 26.
Cool. A ghost out there. So go ahead and make make either investigation or perception with advantage.
That is a 14 investigation that I can push because I still have.
Was that with investigation? With advantage?
Oh, with advantage. Oh, geez, you're so kind. Why are you being kind to me?
You rolled very high on this stealth check. What'd you get, buddy?
It's a 27 investigation.
Cool. You are able to sneak up right underneath the window of this house. And inside you see two of those Vistani that were sitting at the table yesterday. One with a bow and arrow, and one with like a great sword held with two hands. And in between them you see tied to a chair with a gag around his mouth is Ismark.
Well.
Those of you in the house, you watch Irina walk up, snatch the note, and it says, head to Ravenloft, or you'll never see your brother again. And Irina turns to you all and says, I have to go.
Give us just one real quick second.
In my head, I say, Dick, what are you getting?
I know where he is. He's with two people. It's the people from the bar. I'm right underneath them. Please help me. I'm in over my head. I might die.
Dick, hang in there. You're doing great. I'm honored to be in cahoots with you. And I
I might
say...
have peed a little bit.
Your brother's alive.
What?
And he's like right over there. We can go get him.
We have intel, and I think we should approach this with the utmost of tactics and strategy.
She's marching towards the door. She's out of here.
Agnes steps in front of the door and latches it with her umbrella.
Okay.
Dick, I need you to do me a favor.
Yeah.
We're gonna do the fighty. I don't think this is gonna go any other way. So back away from the house, stay near it, keep an eye, and we'll be there as soon as we can.
Irina, if I could please just dissuade you one moment. Your brother's well-being is our utmost concern and priority, next to getting your father in the ground. We are here to support and aid you. We want nothing more. I would hate for you to go out and get killed by them. Could we hatch a plan and do it together?
You can go ahead and make a persuasion check. It is going to have to be with disadvantage, as you literally blocked her from the door.
You can do
Can
that.
I give her bardic to give her regular advantage so that, because I also really, Bifa's so confused. I also really desperately want to stay here and figure out a plan.
Bifa, go ahead and make your own persuasion check, and I'll do some median there.
You'll do some what?
Median. It's a math term.
Well, I thought you said meaty and like
Yeah.
waiting for you to say something else to make it make sense.
No, the
Same.
median. Somewhere
He's
in
like-
between.
know
Do we
median,
also
I don't
just
know
clarify,
median.
when I cast Fey Presence, did she pass a wisdom save?
It seemed to have no effect on her.
Excellent. Good to know. I rolled a 14.
Great. What'd you get, Bifa?
Did you ask me for a performance or persuade?
Persuasion.
What? Persuasion?
Yeah.
27. That'll be a natural 20. Thank you.
Whoa.
On a 27, she pauses and says, "You have 1 minute."
Great.
Real
Great,
quick
Mace.
question. I have ideas. Do you have a back door?
Yes.
Okay. Here's my suggestion. We're gonna go out the back door and around to the back of the house where your brother's at, and we're gonna go in that way. Instead of just walking up the street, which is very obvious.
I also believe that we should have teams and perhaps a distraction and or disguises, as is my custom, are useful here.
Someone should stay here and be visible in the windows. Because
That's
I
very
watch
good,
the
Egbert.
windows.
Very good. Yes, you're thinking
I'd love
like a
to.
spy now, Egbert.
Egbert, stay here and watch from the windows and keep an eye on that body. Maybe?
Happy to.
Great.
No offense, Irina. I feel maybe also you should stay here.
That won't be happening.
Okay, fair.
Yeah, there's no way she's gonna do that. I have a big sword and she has a big sword, and we can big sword our way through the front door if you guys want to sneak around the back door.
I think that's very good. Egbert, you stay here, keep watch, and you can communicate to us all the information that you learn via our mind link. I will go outside and create a vast and elaborate distraction.
Okay. So Agnes leaves first.
Arena, how does this sound to you?
As long as it starts happening now, fine.
Agnes opens the door and leaves, opens her umbrella, and begins to sing.
Okay.
I'm gonna lean over to Egbert. You know, normally I would say Bard should do distraction. That's the one thing I'm good at. I don't think I can top this, and I don't think I want this to stop. This is funny. I wish I could record it. She will hate seeing video of this later.
Okay.
It's not bad. It's just
Agnes
wacko.
cannot sing. No, it's bad.
I
It's
do
bad.
need Agnes to make me a performance check, please.
I think that she's singing "The Hills Are Alive."
Horrible.
I
think
want
that's
to,
what's
like,
happening.
Me as a player, I want to give this what you're trying to do. I want to give that inspiration, but I want to give the means towards that end, like bardic uninspiration, just to increase the shit show.
How'd you do there, Agnes?
That's gonna be a hearty 10. Right on the money. The hills are alive.
Well, I was under the impression that the big swords were the distraction, but I guess this works too. Let's go.
Okay. I need everyone to roll initiative, please. Again, for those at home, initiative is we all roll dice. Whoever rolls the highest, they get to go first. Whoever rolls the lowest, they go last, in that order.
13.
Anybody beat a 20?
Oh, I'm sorry. What do we? I have a 19.
I'm just gonna call out some numbers real quick to help my life. Anyone beat a 16? Anyone get higher than a 16? Dick
I got a 16.
and Agnes?
A 19.
19. Okay. Anybody get so sad. May's got a 13.
Yes.
Bifa
13.
also 13, and Egbert
6.
Buddy.
Great. So Agnes is first up, which makes the most sense as she is distracting. Agnes, what would you like to do on your turn?
Is anyone around me?
No, not right now. You are standing
Like, has
outside.
anyone come out?
Nope.
I would have, but I was genuinely shocked into stillness and have not left Egbert's side. Stunned by your performance.
Yeah, she's holding it down. Full commitment. I mean,
That's a
really just
professional
going
right
for
there.
it. Yeah.
Professional something else, but she's professional.
Oh, she's a professional. Yeah. Uh-huh.
Anything other than this is what she does for a job.
Umbrella in the air.
Cool.
Full
Are you just continuing your distraction?
Yeah, I'm waiting for somebody to come out and try to threaten me.
Great. You continue on with your distraction. Irina is up next and starts walking over. She will make one stealth check.
Through the back door, right?
Through the back door.
And I'm out the front door.
Ooh, with a natural 20.
What is happening?
This bitch
She
is
is.
wild. She is. You all kind of lose track of her. And she is gone. Dick, it's your turn, and you are the closest.
And they're like right above me.
Oh yeah.
Is there a staircase?
They're like it's a one floor house. So around the front there's like a little porch that has a few steps up to it. But at the window that you're standing underneath, if you stood up at full height, your head would be above it.
Oh, so I'm in an alleyway. Okay. Oh no. Oh no, what am I doing? Princess Carolyn, what are we doing? I want to try to sneak into the house.
Okay. Cool. Go ahead and make a stealth check. I will say because Agnes has given her whole turn to being a distraction, you can go ahead and make this with advantage.
I just threw one of my dice.
Oh no.
I'm nervous. Okay. 23.
23 passes their passive perception for sure. So you sneak into the house.
Woo!
And because I'm a rogue, that's a bonus action because it's a cunning action.
Very cool.
Were you about to say something super cool then I cut you off?
Nope.
Okay, so they're both looking out the window and Ismark is behind them in a chair.
Mm-hmm.
Are his hands tied?
Mm-hmm.
Dick is going to take out the knife from Bruce the Noose Caboose and stab him in the neck. No, I'm going to cut his bonds open.
Great. That stealth check is incredibly high. The hit points of a piece of rope are incredibly low. I'm going to say you just do that.
Woo!
You are... Okay. So you made a stealth check to get inside, right? And then you cut the bonds, which is an action. And now you have movement. Because you are currently out of hiding. They're not, like, looking at you, but you're no longer, like, actively in the shadows.
Right. He can move of his own volition. His feet aren't tied or anything like that.
No. You cut the bonds and he looks around,
I'm
ready
going
to go.
to, how about this? I'll use my movement to, and like point towards the door. And he can do whatever he wants, and I'm going to follow his action.
Great.
If he goes, then I go. If he throws down, I'm gonna throw down.
Great. I'm going to say, Dick, you can, like, use your movement to get back into, like, a shadowy portion. You're not technically, like, hidden, but you're not just, like, in the middle of the room. Okay. Maze, you are up next. It's going to take your whole turn to, like, get to the house.
Yeah. Yeah, that's my plan.
Cool. Make a stealth check.
16.
16 does it. Barely, but it does it. Maze, you use your whole turn. You can't see Irina, but you are both like can get inside on the next turn without a problem. Bifa.
I'm still in the house with Egbert, is that true?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Egbert, what's going on? I'm so confused.
Rifa, in the confusion earlier, I totally forgot you weren't mind linked. Okay, Bismarck is in the house across the street. The scary Vistari people from the bar are have kidnapped him. Irina is crazy. Did you see that? That was ridiculous.
That's the only thing I understand is she's crazy and really hot. Everything else, no clue.
Just a gentle reminder that your turn lasts 6 seconds. So
I might spend the whole time doing this. We'll see.
Great.
That's very helpful. Thank you, Egbert. So, okay, should I go? Should I stay with you?
What?
You're the smartest one we have, Egbert.
I think you should go and give Bardic inspiration.
Okay. I'm gonna give one to you too. Okay, I'll give you a Bardic, you get a Bardic, and you get a Bardic, and then I will book it to the house. And I assume that's all I can do.
Yes, but Egbert now has Bardic Inspiration, which for those of us at home means that Egbert has a little die that he can add to one of his rolls in case they miss it. And Egbert, you're up next.
As I'm running away from you, I'm just, thanks, Egbert!
I would like to make...
Oh, I'm so sorry, Bifa. You need to make a stealth check as you run over there.
I'm trying to be stealthy?
I don't know. Are you? You just running?
No.
Okay, Bifa.
I'm just running. I was told to go.
Great. Bifa's
I don't know what's going on.
Bifa's going to the front door. Egbert, what are you up to?
Oh, boy.
I'd like to make a perception check to see if I can tell what the Vistari are up to. Vistani?
Sure. Vistani. And also, you were given you don't have to follow this, but you were given the directive to, like, make sure the body outside doesn't get weird.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, is it getting weird?
Do you want to look?
I'll have a look at the body.
Sure. No roll needed. You poke your head out. The body is starting to move, even though he was super dead.
I knew it. I knew it.
No!
God.
No.
I think your curse understands that that's not supposed to happen.
I don't think you need a curse to get that.
I go into a rage?
Sure.
Ah!
So good. Do you, like, go outside to deal with it?
I am forced by my body to pursue this moving body, and through however method I can.
Cool. It's gonna take your turn to get there, but by the time you get there, you see this body has, like, moved up, and is very obviously a zombie. But you're in a rage. You have Bardic Inspiration for your next turn, and now the bad guys go. They are gonna try to understand what's happening.
Same, bad guys, I get it.
The bad guys rolled a natural 1, and they're just like, you see it. One of them like elbows the other one, like, "Hey, we're doing a really good job. We got this guy. We hit the arrow into the house, even with all that stuff that she put up. We are nailing it." And the other one's like, "We are nailing it. We're just," and they do some sort of like weird secret handshake with each other.
Nice.
Ismark looks at Dick and goes, He gets up and
This is why everyone should know sign language in schools. I'm telling you this. It'd be
Ismark
perfect for stealthy spies.
Ismark takes his bonds that were around his wrist and are now cut in both of his hands, leaps behind one of the bad guys, and gets it around his neck. And is gonna deal some amount of damage. Not a whole lot, because it's just a little rope.
A little rope can do a lot of damage.
Well, currently it does 3 points of damage. So one of the bad guys takes 3 points of damage. And the other one is like, ah, what happened?
Which one? Bow and arrow one or greatsword one?
Greatsword one. So Greatsword one is currently restrained, technically, kind of, by his neck. And then we are back at the beginning with Agnes.
Incredible. Can Agnes, from her placement with her umbrella and her operatic nightmare, perceive anything that's happening either around the corner of the house with Egbert or across the street with these goings on?
Make a perception check.
Excellent. Whew, that would be a natural 2. That's going to be a 3.
You think you're doing a great job.
Excellent. Has anyone perceived me? Like, did the bad guys hear me at all?
You think, yeah, definitely.
Distracting.
Oh my god.
Yeah. You're doing it. This is really doing what you thought it was going to do.
This is also painful for me. I've made this choice. Here I am. Okay. Great. Yeah, doing so good. I take my operatic melody on a little stroll and, to lean in even more with how well I'm doing, I just, meander the perimeter, get a little louder.
Perimeter of Irina's house?
So what I'm imagining is, right, she goes down the walkway, kind of like circles forward and around, and then like turns the corner and allegedly sees Egbert.
Uh-huh.
Yep. So then, oh dear! Egbert! This doesn't look good.
No, it doesn't.
Oh, yes, I see. And she green flame blades her umbrella.
Yes, she does. Okay.
Yes, she does.
And then you make an attack, because you get
I
an attack.
sure
with
do.
Green Flame Blade.
In the last vibrato pitch of the resolution of The Hills Are Alive with the Sound of Music, she gracefully and with a curtsy comes down upon this dead body.
Great. Go ahead and make an attack. You roll your d20.
Excellent. Oh, dear God. What do I add to this?
Your dexterity and proficiency bonus.
Okay. Thanks, Doobie. Sorry.
You got it, boo. I think it's +3 and plus...
1. So
plus
+4.
Yep.
9.
9 does not hit this zombie, unfortunately. But you know what's going on. You're, like, there.
Great. That was my action, right?
And bonus action.
Oh,
Casting Green Flame Blade. Oh, no. Casting Green Flame Blade...
the cantrip.
Right, but casting it, I believe, is an action, and then you get a bonus action attack. So you've used your action and your bonus action and your movement. So that's your turn.
Great.
Irina goes next.
She slips and falls in the curtsy. So close.
Irina goes next, sees her brother, in the house, busts through. Stealth is gone on a nat 1. But on a natural 18 to hit, and a natural 17 to hit, she's going to do... she marches up to the one with a bow and arrow, who is not currently being restrained by her brother, and cuts him in half.
Nice.
Greatsword down straight through the middle. From the head all the way down.
Through the window?
No, she
Through the
walks
wall?
inside. She elbows the door open. She tried to be stealthy about it, and it failed. And she marches inside, no stealth, brings her greatsword down the center of this being.
Damn, bitch. Good.
I am madly in love.
She looks at the other guy and is like... and that bad guy currently with a piece of rope around his neck is like, I regret. Dick, you're up next.
What am I doing here? Yeah, I guess Dick is just gonna panic and stab this guy who's being restrained. He hasn't seen me yet, right?
Nope.
So I'll
He's
take
very
that advantage
distracted.
if that's okay with you.
Yeah.
No one wants to ask questions.
Well, that would make sense, Mace. That would be a reasonable thing.
This could be non-lethal damage.
If you try really hard.
Sorry, math. That's 24 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay. I guess we're gonna do sneak attack damage, but now Lexus made me feel bad about that.
I don't think you should feel bad about that. There are other Vistani. You know there's at least... Oh, you killed 3 of them. So you don't know if there's any more.
20 points of non-lethal piercing damage.
Okay, you want to tell us how that works?
Dick
It's a really vicious pierced ear.
Dick is panicking so unbelievably much because everything's happening so fast, and he is like, as he's raising up to like just scream and like run at this guy and stab him, like the knife falls out of his hand, and so like he just starts like punching him with like the strike of his palm, like over and over and over again, just screaming. He goes, oh, this worked much better than my original plan. I was gonna throw you and I out the window. Jeez. Oh.
This man is unconscious on the ground.
And then Dick throws up.
We exit initiative as Irina runs over to her brother, picks him up off the ground, smacks him across the face. He's like, "What is wrong with you?" And he was like, "I'm sorry. They picked me up on my way home." She's like, "Stop doing stupid things. They're trying to get me."
I think at exactly that moment, Bifa runs in. I'm here with the Bardix. Egbert, send me with them. Who wants it?
Oh, I'm so sorry. We're not out of initiative because the zombie is still going. So everybody in the house is fine and regular. Egbert, the zombie is going to try to come for you. Does a 17 hit your armor class?
Ooh, it sure does.
Okie dokie. You're going to take... Ba-dum-bum-bum. If my dice will come out of the holder.
Why didn't the zombie come for me? I tried to slice it with a flame.
You missed, and Egbert is in a rage, kind of freaking out. And also, it's a zombie. He doesn't know. He's just going to the closest one. Egbert got there first.
But I can't react when it's not me. And I want to save Egbert.
Heartbreak. Egbert, you're going to take 10 halved to 5 points of damage.
Okay.
Because you are in a rage, and you are up next. This zombie is trying to attack you.
Actually, let me roll first. Does a 14 hit?
Yup.
Beautiful. Okay. I take my two small notebook axes in each hand, and I'm gonna try and one to the zombie.
You do get 2 attacks, so go ahead and roll twice. Or roll one more time.
Okay. I got. Is that 26 points of damage?
26 points of damage is dead. Yeah, you tell me how that zombie dies.
I have been sprinting full tilt towards the zombie since I first saw it and flew into a rage. And my momentum of my right hand, my small notebook axe, smashes through the zombie's head, but not before my left hand manages to slash across through the body.
Horrible. You are covered in, like, kind of fresh viscera. And we are officially out of initiative. I think everyone go ahead and make a perception check. Irina and Ismark cannot make this because they are in a tiny combat between themselves.
13.
4. Heard. See?
19.
21.
Awesome.
I think 15, but my computer is being weird.
Heartbreaking. Even with a 15, I think Egbert and Bifa both hear wolves howling. It is daytime, but they are loud and getting closer. Dick, you can see a large pack of wolves start moving through the town.
Irina, what are you doing outside? Don't you know he will? Oh my God, there's so many wolves. Let's get out of here.
This is why I was saying, Irina, you should stay home. I get it, your brother. Let's freaking go.
What's up, Mace?
Can I steal the greatsword from the guy?
Sure.
Yeah.
Yes, finally. Okay.
You 100% have a greatsword. A gentle reminder that it is a 2-handed weapon.
Oh, I am well aware. But I also have specifically great weapon proficiency. So
Gorgeous. So you get that. Ismark, when it's pointed out, goes, okay, let's get back to the house. And Irina's like, we're taking our father, and we're taking him to the cemetery. And I don't care how many wolves are between here and there.
Let's have that conversation with your dad at your house. Inside.
With your dad. He's dead.
I know. There was a moment earlier today when I almost was able to speak with the dead, and then I chose a different ability, so I can't. But I'm just saying we could do that. We could have. Let's go get your dad in your house safely.
Ismark is like, Irina, let's have this conversation in the house. Where not this house, our house, where it's safe and we have wards. Let's go.
Yep.
She reluctantly listens to her brother, and you all bop into the house across the street. Yes, Maze.
we're bringing the broken man with us, right? He's still alive.
Use him for bait?
He is unconscious currently, but yes.
Yeah, great. I'm just gonna throw him over my shoulder and bring him with us.
Give him to
Thank you,
wolves
mate.
to slow them down.
We'll see.
Okay.
We can
Depends
use
how
the
close
dead
they
one for
get.
that.
Yeah, you leave the dead one for sure. You get into the house. Ismark is like doing up all the locks. Irina goes straight to the coffin and like hoists most of it up herself. And is like, I'm going. And starts like dragging.
So sorry. Are Egbert and I still outside with the zombie man?
No, a zombie man is dead. Egbert killed him.
No, I know that, but
You are, unless you want to get in the house.
So that's what I was clarifying. Yeah. So I pull myself up off the ground, dust myself up. Oh, Edward, darling, we did a marvelous job. Yes, you and I too. And then all of a sudden she just goes, oh, no, I didn't do a gosh darn thing. It was all you, Egbert. You did a great job. I'm sorry, I feel like I muddled this whole operation. I don't know what I'm doing or what is wrong with me today, but truly excellent work, Egbert.
I would love to support you. However,
Oh, dear.
I'm so enraged.
I see that. She gives Egbert 2 lemon drops. Here, dear. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. There.
Maze.
Is that better?
Thank you, Agnes.
Maze, can you call odds or evens for me?
Odds.
Okay, thank you.
Terrifying. Truly
What does
terrifying.
it mean, Doobie?
I hate that. The worst. Egbert, dear, I don't know what's going on because, like I said, I haven't this whole time. But something is telling me we should go back into the house and maybe meet up with the others and see how they did.
House? Safety. Zombie bits. I'll follow you.
Okay.
You both hear a chorus of growling around you, and there are 30 wolves surrounding the house, which you are still very much outside of.
Get
Egbert,
inside.
dear, if I'm not mistaken, I do believe we are becoming rapidly enclosed by wolves. Inside.
Inside.
I mean, we're like running inside. Do we make it?
Bifa, call odds or evens for me.
Evens, and can I see this happening?
I don't know that you can, because I think you might be distracted by Irina trying to haul a casket by herself.
Has Irina not noticed that the casket is empty?
No, the casket's full. It's heavy.
Oh, this is a different body that moved. Okay.
The
I'm
body
so confused about the
outside of the man that Irina killed, who was like snooping on the house, is dead.
Word.
that
Okay,
was
that's
messed up if you killed Irina's zombie dad.
That's not...
She would probably appreciate that. I don't think she'd be into her dad being a zombie.
I don't think she'd be interested in my. No, never mind.
Agnes and Egbert, you run towards the front door, and as you get there, you see 2, like, very tall, hair slicked back, muscled-looking dudes holding great weapons step out. I think you would kind of immediately clock them as Vistani. They step out
From where?
front. They step out in front of the door from around the other side of the house. The wolves get closer, and they say, "We're just here for Irina."
Can I please see this happening?
I think you can clock that happening.
Okay. I wanna use my slow. How do I do it? Okay. I wanna take, so it's 2 dudes and a bunch of wolves
Yes.
around them. Okay, I wanna pick the 2 dudes and the 4 nearest wolves. Or actually, yeah. Do any of the wolves look in charge, or do they all just look like scary wolves?
They all look like scary wolves.
Cool. 4 nearest wolves and the 2 dudes. And I will cast slow at them, which I do by playing just the most sludgy, drudgy, like, bass line on the guitar. Is nasty.
Does
Yes,
it
it's
go back
that face right
slower,
here.
and then you go like,
Yes. Yes. That.
I have a question about my crossbow net attachment.
Okay.
How many wolves can I tangle with my net?
One wolf.
That's fair. I want to do that.
Okay. Yeah.
Since the men stepped in front of us, where are the wolves in proximity to us right now?
You are on like the front porch right in front of the
Yeah.
door. The men have
Yep.
stepped between you and the door. The wolves encircle the whole house.
Like, are they 10 feet from us? Or more than that?
The wolves
Yeah.
are probably like 30 feet from you.
Okay, but the men are closer than 10 feet?
Yeah.
I cast Arms of Hadar.
Okay, so first and foremost, I need to figure out the slow. 2 of the wolves are slowed. The other 2 succeeded their wisdom save somehow. This dude does not. This dude also does not. So both of them are slowed right now. You can cast Arms of Hadar, which I think just starts hitting people in front of you.
Tendrils of dark energy erupt from you and batter all creatures within 10 feet of you. Each creature in that area must make a strength saving throw.
Okay, they are better at that. So they will make their strength saves. That's a nat
Does that
20.
include Egbert?
So one of them passes and one of them
I'm a
fails.
creature.
"Hey, slow is busted." What?
Slow is crazy.
Yeah. That's why I can't talk to dead people, because I said time is fake. I will manipulate the fake thing. Screw the deads. No, I can do that.
Agnes, how much damage is that?
2d6 necrotic damage.
Would you like me to roll that, or would you like to roll that?
I can roll that.
I want to like cartoon yoink Egbert and
A 6
I
on
guess.
one and a 1 on the other.
window.
7 altogether. They are slowed, so you guys can try to sneak around, like move through their space to get into the door if you want to. You have a much better shot at doing that now. You're welcome to stay out here and fight. I think you understand, like, the odds are stacked against you right now.
Yeah, we definitely go inside. Did that have any effect on them?
They take that damage, yeah.
Okay.
It doesn't seem to have done much damage to them.
They're slowed and like a little banged up, and we scoot.
And you scoot. I'm going to say just with those 2 things, you 2 scoot inside. Ismark slams the door shut, does all the locks up, and is like, nope, done here. Everyone go to the basement. Everyone go to the basement right now. And Irina looks mad. Looks at Egbert, who is still maybe in a rage, or have you calmed down?
Or have calmed down.
Okay.
And I have wiped most of the zombie off of me.
Gorgeous. Then looks at Maze and says, you help me.
Okay, with what?
The coffin?
Oh, yeah, for sure. We're bringing it to the basement?
Just go to the basement. She lifts up one side of it. You get the other, and you head down. Like, there's a door that you didn't quite see before. It was very blended in with the rest of it. Ismark does something with his hands, and the door pops open. You are led down to, like, a dank, dark basement. And Ismark is like, we are not staying here. And Irina's like, I'm not leaving until my father is in the ground.
Doobie, I scampered back into my Agnes disguise in the corner of the house before I went into the basement.
Quick question for you. Define in the ground, because is this a dirt floor?
It is a dirt floor.
So could we bury him here and fucking go?
Go ahead, Maze, and make a persuasion check.
Can I please add something to that, because I was going to say the same thing?
Yeah, you can go ahead
Inspiration. Or a help action or whatever.
It's Maze. It's up to you if you want to make that persuasion check or if you want to like pop that over to Bifa, who has pretty high persuasion.
I think I also do, to be honest.
Sweet.
Burp, 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 burp.
Agnes also has high persuasion.
I do have a
That
plus
would
7
be
for whatever
a
that's
6.
worth.
I have +6.
What did you get, Maze?
16.
16. She's gonna make a check with disadvantage. Doesn't matter. She rolled a nat 1. She really lives on like the highs and the lows here.
Yes.
She looks like crestfallen, but takes a step back. And she and Ismark grab some like tools in the basement. There's like one shovel and like some sort of like pickaxe situation, and they start digging a hole in the center of their basement.
Can I help?
Yeah, absolutely.
I will dig most of the hole.
Maze is just so stoked to dig a hole.
And that's all the fighting.
That's fair. They lay the casket down, use their hands to push all the dirt back on top. You see them like holding each other's hands and saying some sort of like small, quiet prayer. Is there anything that anyone wants to do like while this ritual is happening?
I very gently and as as trying not to disturb them as possible, as much as I can. I go over and just put a soft hand on Arena's shoulder and say, "Dear, I'm so sorry for your loss, for both of you, and for the events of this day. You must be very weary. All I could possibly offer you as comfort is this lemon drop. It might give you some strength back, and my deepest condolences and prayers that your father rests well and you can find peace."
You give them that lemon drop. They take it and it seems to like soothe something, right? The like ritual of putting him into the ground and having a strange support system, but a support system nonetheless there with them. Seems to ground them a little bit. They take a moment. You can hear the wolves like howling outside. You can hear like large fists banging on the door. And Ismark finally stands, lifts his sister up with him and says, "We have to go." Walks to a corner of the room. Yeah, Bifa?
I wanted to cast Song of Rest on everybody while their ritual was happening.
Great. Everyone has the effects of a short rest, whatever that means for you. You can roll some hit dice if you want to get health back, but I don't think anybody was super injured.
I gave Egbert 2 lemon drops, I think, so whatever that does to recoup.
Yeah, Egbert, you're probably back up to full by now, or at least only have like 1 hit point gone. Ismark walks into the corner of the room. You see like an intense look of concentration goes over his face, and he like punches his hands into a series of spaces on the wall, and you see it opens to a long, narrow dirt tunnel. And he says, "Let's get out of here."
Okay.
And that's where we're going to end for today, y'all.
Whoa! That went so
No.
I know. It was a really fast one today. I don't know how it felt for everybody at home, but for us.
yeah.
Phew! All right, everybody. Whoever's here, thanks so much for tuning in. My brain is scrambled eggs. It should not be this few times in between holidays. My poor brain. We are off next week and the week after for the holidays, but we will be back on January 4th, 5th, whatever the Thursday is in January. We will be back for you and to figure out what happens down the scary tunnel. Ooh. Everybody say goodbye, audience.
Goodbye, audience.
Have fun, be safe. Happy holidays to you all.